Hello everyone, Little Uzi back again with another video. It's been a while since I played Minecraft because I kind of lost interest with updates going through. That was basically despawning a lot of stuff I'd worked hard for. Hours, days of gameplay just gone down the tubes. But with the Better Together update I kind of got interested. Cross-play with other consoles. More interested than PC because PC is more open to hacking and cheating. First view here you see here, it looks like it's going to be coming out of beta soon because it's no longer saying beta. So this is the version I have now. And so it'll say it'll be coming out soon. I don't think it's ready because there's two words I'm trying to upload, which basically it crashes, and not only crashes, it's crashing my whole console, which I have to give the console a reboot. Now the first thing I'm going to point out I kind of don't like is, I'm going to go into the store. I share gold with my children, and this isn't the main profile, but I own this. But in order for him to play this, he has to buy it, even though I own it, so I'm not sharing DLC. So that means I either have a choice to either to put money into my children's account so they can buy this version, which basically I'd probably be buying 3 versions just to keep the kids happy so they can play it on their world. I should say their profile, or let them have access to my profile, and if I have any money on it, they'll have access to that and buy stupid things. Or have friends in the house who want to play the game and realise they can buy stuff with my profile, which that's not going to happen either. So obviously they want to sort out this problem with sharing DLC. Now, I've been playing this game in survival, and I gave it a good test. I didn't jump on the bandwagon as soon as it was out and start making comments on how brilliant or awesome it is, because I'm not that sort of guy. I'm going to be straight and honest about it, so I'm just going to go into play. This is one problem I see, which only seems to happen with this profile. It's unable to connect the RAMs. This profile keeps getting disconnected for some reason. I do not know why, but there's only this profile that it happens on. Let this load up. Now I have been given a good test. I've been doing it in survival because that's what I play. When you play this game in creative, it's a totally different game to what you are when you're playing it in survival. I've been messing about quite a bit. I've been doing a lot of travelling, doing a lot of fishing, which I've got a lot of enchanted books and enchanted items. Plenty of mining. That's all mainly from fishing. Food, fishing. You see there's a lot of fish in there. I've been travelling around a lot of desert temples and been in the Nether and villages. And a lot of enchanted books. Basically, I've really been putting this game to the test. Now, crafting, it's not a game breaker. It's kind of it's a lot slower than the Xbox version of it. You can do classic crafting, or you can do. I already have your crafting recipe ready for you. Now, one thing I might do it here. I'm just going to make some paper. Sometimes what can happen is it can jump onto the second block, and then you end up making a map. And when you don't have a lot of paper, you just made a map you did in months. Now, crafting wise, it's slower. It's not a game breaker. It's not a major issue. It's just, it is a lot slower. I prefer the console version. It's far superior. It's a better way of crafting. Maps, on the other hand, I have maps in my hand. You have 2 types of map. You see in this map, you can't see where my location is. There's a locator map and there's a map. In order to make the locator map, you use a compass, and you can turn this into a locator map by putting a compass on it. Well, let's have a look at that one. Now these are different size maps. You can increase the size of it. Now this is one of the problems I have. I've discovered all this area. You just hold my map in my hand, and when I make a new map, I have to rediscover it all again. Now it's that's kind of messy. So there's a lot of issues going on with maps. Now, when you create a world size, you have a choice of a extremely. Hold on. Oh yeah. That's it. Get one out of here. Look up. I'll get that out of there. Where'd that one not go? That must be it there. Oh, it's making a fool of me. There we go. If you start off a world, this is the size of the map. This is the size. If you start off, you have a choice of classic world, I think it is, which is basically it's this tiny, which you won't have a stronghold in, and you won't be able to get to the nether from it. It's a really tiny map. Now with these maps, you can make them grow as well, but you have a choice of either infinite or extremely small. On the Xbox, you have a choice of, as far as I know, a classic, small, medium, and a large. Which the medium is a 9 map. Mine large, basically, as the size would be 9 maps, and the large would be 27 maps, which is plenty of space to build. So ideally, you should be able to expand your world as you want to, but in this case, it's either extremely tiny or extremely large. Now, when you're playing creative, a lot of this kind of doesn't make much of a difference. Now, if I go exploring, I have to say I bring one map, I explore that map, I go into the next map. I have to have a crafting table with me, make a map, increase the map 4 times by, hold on, I'll actually do that now. Get off these maps. It's a 3 or 4. Yeah, that's how you'll have to do that 4 times. So kind of, yeah, the map system doesn't work, and having an infinite map is like, people think that is great, but with an infinite map, you could be infinitely looking for a jungle biome because you have all that area to search. I have put, I'd say, when I say 10 plus, I'm kind of under exaggerating. I mean a huge amount of time I spent looking for a jungle biome. Couldn't find it. Not only could not find a jungle biome, I could not find a mesa biome. I don't know whether the icy mountain ice biome is there. But I could not find anything. The maps are useless for searching. It doesn't have coordinates. Now the other thing about the map, while it doesn't have coordinates, you can get coordinates if you use cheats. If you use cheats, your achievements are knocked off. So if you build an extremely huge world in pure survival, and somebody says to you, I don't believe you did that, well, you can go, if you don't activate the cheats, you can go, well, there's an achievement. I just got an achievement, which shows that you haven't gone into survival. But if you use the cheats to put coordinates on, you can't prove that anymore. So you can't end an argument as such to say, well, but yeah, there you go, that's pure survival. So yeah, the map and sizes are, they've taken too much from the Pocket Edition and not enough from the Console Edition, which the Console Edition is far better. As I say, I've been out there looking everywhere to find jungle trees, which obviously I want jungle trees, but can't find them. I want the cocoa beans as well, and obviously other mobs like Ocelot and the parrot. Cannot find one. Same with mushroom cows, cannot find that. Militium biome, which obviously I'd look, if you went playing survival, you want to gather all these things in survival, but due to searching, the only way to search is using a compass. But even though you point your compass in one direction, you take a left turn, right turn, and you tend to go around in circles. And the maps are kind of really useless. And this is a survival point of view. Now, if you're in creative, you just go flying, or you just go in creative, get yourself jungle trees, get yourself ocelots. But if you're playing survival, it's going to be a hell of a lot more difficult game to play. I'm going to go into Trading Villagers. Trading Villagers is very, very... It's slow. It's just... The console's much better. Click on him. A bit phrase. But yeah, it's kind of... I can't go straight from... I have to go down, up to get to this section. It's just so slow. The console version, I think, is still a better version, and I see absolutely no reason to rush to this. Maybe in the future. Now, you do have command blocks, which you're going to have to learn how to use them. Will they have the same functionality as they do on the other PC version? I think they call it the Java version, I don't know. They have servers. Now, the servers, which basically, if everybody who has Minecraft, Xbox One edition and Switch edition decide to go onto these servers, how will they handle the numbers going in? Now, I've been on them a couple of times and I've dealt with a bit of lag. Some things I just didn't kind of work, and then they're looking for you the membership, and it has its own marketplace as well, so a way to spend even more money. Console version, you want to play a minigame, you just go in, click minigame, go. It's so simple. There's no messing about it. Realms, I'm kind of really no interest in spending money to have a Minecraft game where I can have more people come onto the world, costing me money, and then having to monitor these people, and then you're going to have your idiots who are just going to come in and just think they're being funny by being idiots, which obviously is going to be a lot of watching there going on. You'll have some guy spawning the wither. The other issue is disabling autosave. This game automatically saves. It's if something goes wrong, or you do get an idiot coming into your world and he spawns the wither. Well, you can't just exit without saving. He spawns, so the only option you'll have to go is go into peaceful and get rid of him. Whether that will work, it should work, but whether it'll work or not in this version, I do not know. Or somebody just destroys something on you, or he gets a hold of your stack of diamonds and throws them into the lava, and it's gone. Now, there's an option to copy your saves, which I would advise people to do. That should you load this game up and a serious glitch comes into the game where you lose half your world, and it automatically saves, well, that's your whole world gone. Especially if it's a world that you've put hundreds of hours into, as in the worlds I have put hundreds of hours into. That's one feature they do need. I seriously think they should need to do. Now, obviously, if you're running a RAM, obviously that's not an option to disable autosave, because people are going to be on that world when you're not there and things like that. But yeah, they do need to bring in a feature for basically just local play, just disable autosave. When you do copy saves, you're not if you do copy it again, you're not overwriting copying. It seems to be you're creating another copy. And then when you're copying saves, as we know, when you copy something, does it deteriorate? Which I don't know whether it does or not, but I've always been told that if you keep copying something, it does deteriorate. So there's my general view of it. Like, if you have the console version, there's no rush to get onto this. Keep building your world. When they bring something really interesting into it, then decide to come over to this world. But there is no rush. The console still does that. It's still a damn good version of Minecraft, and the fact that they're abandoning it is kind of annoys me. The fact that they haven't incorporated more from the console version into this pocket, into basically what I see this is, it's based on Pocket Edition, and basically Pocket Edition is winning that battle. Where instead of saying, well, hold on, we have a damn good version on the console, why aren't we incorporating more from the console version? But obviously not. It all seems to be Pocket Edition. Again, with an infinite world, as you know in Minecraft, you go searching everywhere, and as you explore your map and they introduce a new biome, you're going to have to travel a hell of a lot further to find this possible item that you could also be searching infinitely and still never find it. As I say, I've been searching for hours and hours and hours and cannot find the jungle biome. In survival, in creative, you can just go up, fly, go across, or you can't find one, you just get jungle trees, so you just spawn them. But in survival, it's a hell of a lot harder. As you might think you have a horse for getting around, but horses, as far as I know, if you go into water, will kick you off. So also, they're not really practical for travelling across an infinite world. I think that's more or less it. Like, that's my opinion. Again, no rush to get it. Wait until it really updates. I'm still gonna mess about with it a bit and see what else we can do. As I say, with Bread Villagers, I've been really putting this to the test. I'm doing a lot of travelling, being to the Nether, doing a lot of things, and basically it's going to be the same Minecraft as you know. It's not going to be different. It's going to be square blocks. It's going to be mining. It's going to be they're going to have their separate bugs as well. So this is one thing I did get, which I did get skeleton horses, which was a lucky spawn. Enderman at this moment. See, I can't say too much about this because it's still theoretically still in the beta form. I have 4 leaves altogether. I have another one over here. So bugs I can't really comment about because it's still down as being in beta, even though it looks like mine is not in the beta anymore. But these horses was a lucky spawn, but they could have, to make the game more interesting for people, they could have reduced the rarity of them spawning, so people put a video up and show, oh look, he got skeleton horses, which basically to reduce the rarity would be just changing a bit of code. So that's what I'm blurry using. I'll kind of leave it at that, and the best of luck and take care.